Hello, my name is Anthony Ribas. I'm professor of medicine at the University of California, Los Angeles, and director of the Tumor Immunology program at the Johnson Comprehensive Cancer Center. I am also the president of the American Association for Cancer Research. The American Association for Cancer Research is the largest cancer research association in the world. It's focused on all of the areas of cancer research, from basic science to treating patients and everything in between, including populational science and healthcare disparities. I trained as a medical oncologist at the end of the 1990s. At that time, most patients were treated with either surgery, radiation therapy, or chemotherapy. That made progress and cured some patients, but the great majority of patients with metastatic cancers did not have curative treatment options. That has all been revolutionized by the application of science into cancer treatment. The knowledge about the interaction of the cancer with the tumor microenvironment and the immune system allowed to develop next-generation therapies that blocked how cancers feed themselves through angiogenesis and how the immune system can be powered to attack cancer. When I started treating patients with melanoma 15 years ago, maybe 1 in 20 patients had the chance of responding to any of the treatments that we were using at that time. Melanoma, it's an immunogenic cancer in many instances, where the immune system was trying to attack it, but the cancer was protecting itself. We now have therapies that take away this protection, called immune checkpoint blockade therapies, that stimulate the immune response to attack the cancer. Once it does it, it leads to durable responses in approximately half of the patients with melanoma. There's a big revolution on the understanding of the epigenetics of cancer, of which parts of the chromatin are open or closed to turn on the cancer programs. That's allowing to develop next-generation therapies that are blocking those specific parts of the chromatin that are open and transcribing genes that help the cancer. We're also seeing the development of new medicinal chemistry, drugs that bind to a protein and degrade it, and then could target any dysregulated protein in a cancer. Finally, we're seeing the development of next-generation cell therapies to treat cancer. Those are genetically modifying lymphocytes and redirecting them to specifically recognize and attack the cancer. The potential of these therapies to lead to curable approaches are increasing with increased knowledge and going back and forward between the patient and the lab and back to the patient. The paradigm of applying science to cancer diagnosis and treatment continues now. And more than ever, we have this amazing amount of new tools, new knowledge that's being translated into the clinic. One of them is the ability of early diagnosis of cancer. We can now take the blood samples and detect sequences of the cancer that are circulating through blood much earlier than when this cancer would be detectable by CAT scans. The COVID-19 pandemic has had an obvious large impact on all fields of life, including cancer research. Cancer did not disappear during this time. Patients with cancer needed to be treated. That led to a very rapid implementation of telemedicine, of doing visits without the patients coming to the clinic, and adapting the therapies that we were delivering to less frequent visits. At this time, it is of particular importance to advocate for funding cancer research. These are highly trained people who have spent their lives studying cancer and how to improve care. The ACR has advocated to get stimulus support for the National Institute of Health and for the National Cancer Institute. During a year, the ACR has been capturing the most important advances on cancer diagnosis, research, and treatment. And where we're going is improving every time, where the investment in science reverts into benefit for patients.